The Catch Mastery Event is a one-day only event taking place this weekend in Pokemon GO. We've got shiny boosts to 3 different Pokemon, we've got some pretty good bonuses that we want you guys to take advantage of, and right at the end of this video, we will showcase a few targets that you guys need to be going after during this event. This is the Catch Mastery Event. With Oricorio? As always, let's get time and date out of the way. Guys, the Catch Mastery event will be taking place this Saturday, February the 7th, starting at 10 a.m., running all the way until 8 p.m. local time, so one day only. This event is going to be surrounding one featured Pokemon that actually has 4 different styles. Oricorio, the dancing Pokemon. Oricorio has 4 different regional forms. The Baile Style Oricorio, which is going to be appearing in Europe, Middle East, and Africa. The Pom-Pom Style Oricorio, which is going to be appearing in the Americas. The Pow Style Oricorio, which is going to be featuring in the Asian, Pacific, and Caribbean island regions. And the Sensu Style Oricorio, which is going to be appearing in the Asia Pacific regions. If you guys weren't aware what a Catch Mastery is, it effectively surrounds a lot of field research tasks which are going to be featuring the same Pokemon. And it looks like here that there's only going to be a potential of 3. Unfortunately, not all 4 forms of Oricorio will be available in the same region. Depending on where you are in the world, that is going to be the Oricorio you encounter through field research. But the other 2 Pokemon that will be featured in field research is going to be Hoothoot as well as Starly. Let's get into those bonuses now. It's going to be 2 times XP for catching Pokemon with nice throws or better, as well as increased candy for catching Pokemon with nice throws or better. On top of that though, we will get shiny boosts for every single Pokemon that we have listed here. It's not 1 in 10 and it's not even 1 in 20. It's about a 1 in 64 shiny chance. So depending where you are in the world, this is a great opportunity to get the shiny form of your Oricorio. And it looks like spawning in the wild, we can see Hoothoot and Starly there, but more importantly, this day is going to be surrounding field research. We already told you that Oricorio will be the main feature here. That 100% CP, in other words, this is going to be the CP that guarantees you the hundo, is going to be 1000 CP exactly. A very easy one to remember, so screenshot that now if you do want to remember it. The other 2 Pokemon that will be featured in the field research will be Hoothoot again. That hundo CP is going to be 290, and for Starly, that hundo CP is going to be 308 CP. When it comes to timed research, it's going to be focused on catching Oricorio throughout the event. Once you complete these timed research wards, you will get encounters with Oricorio as well as XP as Stardust, and there will be a paid timed research ticket as well for a total cost of $2, which is pretty much going to get you more encounters with Oricorio, so it can really up your hundo chances or potentially shundo chances, as well as more XP and Stardust. If you guys buy a lot of these tickets, we would strongly recommend getting this particular ticket from the web store for 2 reasons. The first reason is that if you do buy through the web store, you will get an additional 2 rare candies, but more importantly, you can get Go points, which does progress you through that track on the web store, and eventually, once you progress, you can unlock some really good premium items to add to your bag, so consider buying these tickets from the web store always. But with all this research surrounding Oricorio, is Oricorio even good in Pokemon GO? But before we even get to that, remember, every single Oricorio style has a different type. So the Baile Style Oricorio, which is the red one, is a fire and flying type Pokemon. The Pow Style Oricorio is a psychic and flying type Pokemon. The Pom-Pom Style Oricorio is an electric and flying type Pokemon. And the Sensu Style Oricorio is a ghost and flying type Pokemon. As sick as some of these typings are, unfortunately, none of these dancing birds have any of the moves that correlate to their second typing. They only have flying type moves. So the base stats for every single one of them is that it has a max CP of 2638, which is okay, an attack value of 196, which is a little bit below average, a defense of 145, and a stamina of 181. So already not the strongest start here. They all have fast attacks of Pound and Air Slash, and they all have charge moves of Aerial Ace, Air Cutter, and Hurricane. So how does that translate into PvP, for example? Well, unfortunately, these Pokemon in the Great League aren't even ranked in like the top 800. In the Ultra League, they actually all improve slightly because they do get access to XL Candy, so they all get slightly more bulky, but again, those stats, just with the movesets, they're not really helping this Pokemon at all, so in PvP, it's a no-go. But as a raid attacker, what options do we have? Well, it's very interesting to see that All of these birds barely break into the top 100 flying type Pokemon in the game to use as a raid attacker. So if you are a new player and you're looking for a budget option, this could be a decent place to start, but it's definitely not going to be the place you end. So overall, this Pokemon is definitely very much a dex filler, but more importantly, I think it's good to go after that shiny. All the shiny forms are absolutely stunning depending on the region you're in. Details are out of the way, but what are some top tips to help you guys maximize this event? Tip number 1 has to do with candy gains. Oricorio, unfortunately, isn't the best Pokemon you would need candy as well as XL Candy for, but because there's going to be a lot of flying types, it looks like in the wild as well as in field research, I would strongly recommend Mega Evolving your Mega Level 3 flying type Pokemon, something like a Mega Pidgeot or a Mega Rayquaza. Have these Pokemon Mega Evolved in the background because you will be able to reap the candy as well as XL Candy. There's no real point to get XL Candy for Oricorio specifically unless you are trying to build an Ultra League Oricorio, which could potentially with a certain moveset come into play at some point and make this Pokemon better, but again, I just don't think that's going to be your necessity. The other 2 Pokemon that have been listed here are interesting because I want to highlight Starly specifically. Starly can go into Staraptor, and if you guys didn't know, Staraptor as well as Shadow Staraptor are some of the best flying type raid attacking Pokemon in the game right now. The non-Shadow form of Staraptor right now is currently ranked 19th as a flying type attacker, but the Shadow Staraptor is actually breaking into the top 10, currently in the 8th spot with Gust and Fly. Bear in mind, for Gust on both of these builds, you will need an elite fast TM to get Gust on this Pokemon, but it doesn't end there as well. Because this Pokemon is coming from field research, your potential at a hundo is pretty high because the base floor coming from field research is going to be 10, 10, 10. We do know that Mega Staraptor may be potentially coming to the game at some point, and I can tell you already, this is probably going to be one of your top 2 or 3 best flying type attackers in the entire game. It's really important you try to get a hundo for Starly. Unfortunately, Staraptor in its Shadow and non-Shadow form in the Go Battle League right now, especially in the Great League and Ultra League, aren't ranked that well at all. But remember, it could just change in one season, or a little move update could really bring this Pokemon back into play. So if you're looking to get a PvP Staraptor, remember to try and collect something with low attack, high defense, high stamina. Tip number 2 has to be about XP gains very quickly. Remember, if you throw, and every single excellent throw you throw during this event is going to grant you 2000 XP. But with a lucky egg running, you're going to get 4000 XP per excellent throw. I would strongly recommend going in, trying clearing out your bag, but also play in a dense spawn area where there's a lot of stops, therefore a lot of research tasks to get yourself more Oricorio, but also other spawns so you can try and hit those excellent throws in that time frame. Tip number 3, and this is an important one, but it actually has nothing to do with this event. Remember that while this event is going on, we're still going to be in the middle of the Carnival of Flamigo event, which means those bonuses will also be live during this time frame, which means it's going to be 2 times incense duration, 2 times daily adventure incense duration. There will be shiny increases as well to shiny Lotad, shiny Spritzee, and shiny Pikipek, and every single Flamigo that you catch during this event is going to grant you an additional 500 Stardust per catch. So with a star piece running, guys, we're talking about 900 Stardust per Flamigo every single one that you catch. But the reason why these bonuses are very important is that your chance at Galarian birds during this event, but also one day after, because the Carnival of Flamigo event ends on the 8th, you have an incredible opportunity to go after the Galarian birds, and we're going to show you why, but we've done it in a completely separate video that we will leave as a card up here, but we are going to leave it as the end screen as well. That event is very, very important to play if you do want Galarian birds, if you need it for the Dex entry, if you're looking for that Galarian Moltres, which is currently the best PvP Pokemon in the Ultra League right now. There are many reasons that you want to play this, and it's actually hidden, guys. So please check out that video, very important. Tip number 4 has to do with platinum medals, and remember, guys, because we're going to be catching a lot of flying types on this day, you can go after your Bird Keeper medal, which at platinum level requires you to catch 2500 flying type Pokemon. You will actually get a catch rate increase on every single flying type once you have acquired that medal. But the other medal that you will be able to chip away a lot at on this day is going to be the Pokemon Ranger medal, which requires you to complete 2500 field research tasks. So you really want to be trying to complete as many of this field research as possible to chip away at this medal, and to be honest, on a day like today, you can blow through it very, very quickly. So guys, try and attain that platinum medal. As we just said, here is that Carnival of Flamigo event to get your Galarian birds more frequently. Here it is at the end screen. Please check it out. We packed that video for you guys, and we really packed this one as well. It's a short event, short and sweet. Really make the most of it. Please smash that like and subscribe button to show us love, and of course that hype button, because it really helps out the channel so much. Love you, go with us, and we'll catch you in the next one, baby. Shh.